one of the fun things I love to do, besides the sounds of the city, unfortunately, happening right now, I love topiary. So if you don't know what topiary is, you know, you've seen plants that are trimmed into different shapes, and you can do something similar at home with yours, but you can also do one with houseplants. And so what I want to show you today is one. I have a simple form here. It's, I don't know how well you can see it, it's a heart shape. So, and I have a pot already filled with some potting mix. You never use topsoil, in other words, garden soil, when you're potting up plants in a planter, especially ones that are going in the home. So I have some ivies here, some nice long tendrils. I've been growing them just for this video. And so I'm going to take them out of their pot, maybe. Yeah, they're a little root bound. You can see the long roots on them. And I'm going to place them in here in the pot, just like this. And what I've done, I've loosened the root ball already. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more soil right here, just to firm it up, because I filled it with some soil just to hold the form in place, but I didn't fill it that I didn't have room for the plant. So this is just one ivy. So when you go to buy ivy, you can do this with ivy, you can do this with pothos, you can do this with vinca vine, you can do this with any number of vining plants. You know, if you want to, you can make your own forms. You can buy them online. You will find some in garden centers. And there's a wide variety. You know, you can get ones that are triangular shaped, you can get a double heart, you can get a single heart, you can get a circle, you can have all kind of shapes that you can use. And then all I am going to do, I'm going to separate these, and you can see how long they are. So I am just simply going to start wrapping this around the form several times, and we'll do some trimming afterwards. But this is all I'm going to do, is keep wrapping it around. And this would be something fun that you could do with your kids too, you know, on some afternoon where they're bored, especially if you're homeschooling them. This is something very easy to do. And then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to wrap this one up this way in the opposite directions. And then I've got one more in here. So since this side, this side's a little bare, I'm going to go back over here. And what I'm going to do when I'm wrapping this is I'm actually going to go in the opposite direction that I wrapped the first one in. So that'll kind of give it a fuller look. And if you want to look at different types of topiaries online, you can look at Longwood Gardens. You can look at, there's one in Columbus, Ohio, that is actually done from a painting, and a French painting. I believe it's called Picnic in the Afternoon on a Sunday. And it's really quite fascinating. Those are life-size topiaries, and they are done predominantly with yews, also known as taxus. But that way you can kind of see how they can actually grow that way. So I'm going to get this one in here, and I think I'm going to maybe try and wedge it. There we go. Okay, so we've got this in here right now. You can kind of see it. Still kind of wild looking. So I'm going to take this and wrap it around in here. And even if it kind of flies out, it will eventually stay in place. Do another one in the opposite direction. Now the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to water this thoroughly, because I might have to add more potting mix to it. Oh, I've got my watering can here. And I'm going to let that completely drain. Now that watering can is actually, I got it from Dram. You'll see them in stores. I like their watering cans. They're balanced very nice. You see some of these funky looking ones that, you know, they've got weird shapes and everything. So this is a 7-liter watering can. They do make a smaller one, but for me, I prefer having the larger one. And all I'm going to do now here is I'm going to take a few snips and try and make this a little neater. We're going to take this one off since it doesn't want to behave. And I think really and truly, oh, no, we got one here. Let's see if we can get that wound in tightly. There we go. And we've got a heart-shaped topiary. So you can always email me for questions, ask me on the website. Don't call me, I'd like to sleep. But other than that, this is really easy to do, and look how long it took to do it, less than 5 minutes. So have a good day.